Chag Sameach! It's hard to believe that we've finally made it to the last few days of Pesach. And when we think about Pesach, and in particular when we think about these last 2 days of Pesach, it is clear that one of the major themes of Pesach are the superhuman miracles that God performs on behalf of the Jewish people. Besides for the 10 plagues, the Makos, the other nature-defying miracles that took place in Egypt, the hardening of Pharaoh's heart, which according to the Ramban was on an incredibly high level. Tomorrow, on the 7th day of Pesach, we remember the incredible moment of Kriyas Yamsuf, the splitting of the sea. You see, when the Jewish people arrive at the edge of the Yamsuf, the Egyptians are right behind them. They envision all types of possibilities. Maybe God would help them. Maybe they would somehow continue their way on land into the desert. Maybe they would successfully defeat the Mitzrim in battle. Maybe they would be forced to return to Egypt. But what they could never possibly think of was the unimaginable, a miracle, that the mighty sea would literally split and that they would cross over on dry land. And this moment, and in particular these last few days of Pesach, which highlight this climax, if you will, of all the miracles of the Exodus from Egypt, I think all of this begs us to ask a very difficult question during these very challenging times. God, where is our miracle? Where is our splitting of the sea? As we look around, we're seeing thousands of people who are ill, who are dying. Where are the miracles? If Pesach is a time that's all about miracles, then it almost goads us into asking this most difficult and philosophic question. But the truth is that we know that in life we can't expect miracles. Many times Chazal, our rabbis, have taught us that ein somchin al hanei, so we can't rely on miracles that happen for us. But there's a difference between relying on miracles and saying that they never happen. After all, 3 times a day, we thank God. We say, Al nisecha b'chol yom imanu, that your miracles are with us each and every day. We believe. We thank God for miracles. As the Ramban, as Nachmanides teaches in Parshas Bo, the order of nature itself is an expression of the miraculous at all times. The fact that we wake up each day, that's a miracle. As is our ability to walk, to talk, to breathe. The birth of a healthy child into this world is nothing short of miraculous. And if we're attuned to the miraculous that surrounds us at all times, then we can heighten our own sensitivity to our own ability to actually perform miracles for other people as well. But the challenge is that we don't often appreciate those miracles. We don't think about those miracles because they don't feel big. They don't feel history-altering like the way that the miracles on Pesach feel. And maybe that's what led Rav Saadia Gaon to teach that of all the miracles that took place in the story of the Exodus from Egypt, that of all of the miracles, the greatest miracle, it wasn't the plagues, it wasn't the splitting of the sea, but rather it was the manna. As Rav Saadia Gaon teaches, when it comes to all of the other miracles, it's possible for us to come up with explanations about how or maybe what actually happened. But a miracle like the manna, which lasts for 40 years, where you feed an entire nation in the wilderness, that's a real miracle. But the truth is, the idea goes even deeper. You see, we know what happens when something extends over a long period of time. We begin to take it for granted. It becomes just nature. It becomes part of us. But what Rav Saadia Gaon is teaching is that the real miracles are those miracles, those actions, those great moments, those values that take place each and every day that can be sustained. Those that last a long time. There's something miraculous to be found in simply the sustaining of Jewish life, the day-to-day effort. And as we continue to live our lives in social distance from each other, I think we're beginning to appreciate in a new way these daily miracles, the daily connections that we have with other people, with our family, with our friends, not the dramatic, but the simple luxuries, these miracles like a warm embrace, a kind word, a fleeting touch. And for us, we now more than ever understand that these moments, they really are miraculous. And so as we enter into these last days of Pesach, as we think about these great, great history-altering miracles, maybe let us meditate and reflect on the smaller day-to-day miracles that sustain life. May it be these moments that give us the strength, and that may we appreciate and may we embrace these moments, for ultimately these are the ones that will give us the strength that we need, and when we need it, the absolute most. And so Orit and Shaya and Nava and Noam, they all join me in wishing you and your family a Chag Sameach, a restful and a wonderful last days of Pesach.